What's going on, you guys? Slim finally back here today to give you guys a new deck profile, and it's actually Virtual World, you guys. I know what you guys are thinking. Virtual World in this format? Yeah, you guys, I think the deck is super underrepresented, and I think a lot of players are just not giving it enough attention. I wanted to show you guys what I've been working with on the side. It's just kind of a fun project, highly inspired by my boy Yassine, inspired by Hani, all the people that have been trying the Virtual World deck. I think the deck is still awesome. I think if you guys give this profile a try, give this list a try, you guys will see that even though it's not the best deck of the format anymore, the deck can still contend with everything in our meta today. But if you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified when I upload. You guys also be notified when I stream over on Twitch. Links are in the description. While you're down there, consider joining my Discord community. If you guys are going to purchase any of the cards that I showed today or cards in general, please use my TCG player link as well as my Gem Accessories affiliate link, as a portion of what you spend on either of those sites goes back to the channel. It helps me out and I really do appreciate it. And last but not least, if you further want to support me on the channel, consider becoming a channel member by clicking that join button or becoming one of my Patreons. With all that out of the way, you guys, it's Virtual Worlds. It's April 2021. I'm not going to waste your guys' time. The deck has changed. Now, is the deck the best deck of the format? No, it's not. VFD is gone. However, with VFD gone, you really can use the utility and the toolbox ability that this deck has, and that is why I still have this deck to this day. I think the deck is very cool, and I really like the fields it can put out these days. With just 2 cards, you can put out 3 really good interruptions. Yassine has shown all those awesome combos over on his channel. I'm not going to show you guys the combos, because if you guys want to go to the combo master, you go to him. I just really like this build that I've been working with. I took inspiration from all the people I already talked about. So yeah, let's get into it. The Virtual World card, the core is very standard. It is usually always the same 24 cards, like no joke. When you build a Virtual World deck, 24 cards are already built for you. But of course, you need the triple copies of Lulu, the triple copies of Lao Lao, the triple copies of Gigi, the triple copies of Lily, and then just 2 copies of Yan Yan and the 1 copy of Tutu. This has become the trend going forward. Instead of a 3rd Yan Yan, you just play the 1 of Tutu. The card isn't amazing, however, it can come up in situations. You are able to normal summon it, so it can come up. And the card, it's another Virtual World name. You just cut a copy of Yan Yan for it, and you still play the same 15 Virtual World monsters that you played before, just replacing the 1 Yan Yan. And for the rest of the core, it's 3 City Kowloon, 3 Gate Qinglong, only 2 copies of Chuche, and the 1 copy of Zhuanwu. So again, similar to Yan Yan, you cut 1 copy of Chuche for the 1 Zhuanwu. You only need 1 in the combo. You send it off one of your Virtual World names, and then you banish it to revive a Virtual World to continue with your combo. Card's good. You definitely don't need more than 1. It won't come up. Chuche is really good. Trust me, I wish there were times I could play 3, but a lot of times, like, you don't want to see multiple of it. It can be a brick. You usually want to send this card to use its level modulation effect, or you want to activate it off of the city, and a lot of times you're using the city for something else before you even activate it. So it's just really important to keep this ratio pretty much the same. This is the most standard Virtual World lineup you guys will see. It's a 24 card Virtual World lineup, and I really don't think it's going to change anytime soon. There's no new support, so I don't expect it to change. Now the hand traps. Now this is where it's always going to vary player to player. You guys know this. I tell you guys all the time. This is just what I'm playing. I've seen people play other variations of hand traps, but this is what I'm comfortable with for the current format, for the locals I play at, online, just everything, remote duels, etc. It can change person to person, player to player, but it's very standard. Triple Ash, triple Nibiru, and triple Phantasme. Now, I don't need to explain Ash, it's the most generic. The reason I'm playing Phantasme and Nibiru is because Dragon Link is the best deck of the format. There's no denying it. The deck is still insane. Phantasme helps you so much. Actually, Ash helps you too in that matchup. You can Phantasme into Nibiru, you can Nibiru them, and then you can even Ash their Hieratic Seal, and that literally is lights out for that deck. It gives you every option. I also am liking Nibiru and Phantasme more because of the Uprise and Prank Kids. You usually can always drop Phantasme against that matchup. You can also get to Nibiru. You can Nibiru them because they usually always overextend if they're not doing the combo to where they play around Nibiru or they make Toad before the 5th summon. So I like Nibiru. Now granted, I don't think the card is fantastic in every matchup. I definitely don't like it in the Shaddoll matchup. Anything with Alistair, you guys already know, card is trash. However, you can always use it for your discard outlets because a lot of your combos do require you to discard. So just remember that while the card is not that amazing against every matchup, it will come up in the more heavy hitting matchups like Dragon Link, Prank Kids, any of the combo decks that walk right into it, and I like it for that reason. I'm also not playing the Gamma Driver package. I felt that these hand traps are more impactful. Trust me, I love Gamma. Draw and Driver sucks. sucks. That's no excuse, but I still think that these are just more high impact for this current format, so that is why I'm playing these specific hand traps in the deck. And then lastly, it comes down to your power spells. Now, one thing you guys will not like about this is, while this deck is semi-budget-ish, I mean, unfortunately, some of the cards in the extra deck have skyrocketed, but budget-wise, we are still playing Pot of Desires. If you weigh this versus Prosperity, I think this card is infinitely better. You get a +1, you play so many 3-ofs, you don't really care about what you banish. You can actually utilize banishing cards because some of the Virtual World cards let you put back banished cards. Not only that, Prosperity locks you out of using like your Stardust Charge Warrior, your Coral Dragon, your extra draw cards. And the way Virtual World accrues its advantage is that it keeps drawing cards while it's synchro summoning. I'd rather do that and not get locked out by the Pot of Prosperity drawback, so that's why I like Desires, and it helps you if you're on a budget. 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods, not 3. I don't think 3 is ever necessary. This is just a good starter card. Get Qinglong in the grave. Sometimes you can send the trap card. It'll set you up for combos. It's a very interesting card because it comes up in multiple situations. So sending Qinglong is the best option, obviously, to get you started, but you do have other options to send other cards, so card's good. Teleport, of course, because, you know, we have the targets. And then the 40th card was Called by the Grave. So the reason why I chose Called by the Grave over anything else was that I really like this card. Obviously, it helps you against hand traps. It's also very good against Dragon Link. Being able to Call by the Grave the seal is super important. A lot of people forget that. They tribute off the seal, they activate, you Call by the Grave, you stop it, you disrupt them right there, and I really like that. Call by the Grave is just an amazing card, so it made the cut as the 40th card in this list. And there you guys go, a very clean 40 card list. Now onto the extra deck. So this is where the deck has semi-changed. So believe it or not, I don't think Zulkin and Crystal Wing are new-ish, because these cards were actually put in the deck a long time ago. If you guys remember my previous Virtual World profile, I really like these cards. Very easy to make because of your level 6s, and then you literally can set the city, summon the Crystal Wing, activate the city, get your trap, and then you have already a Crystal Wing plus a Chuche, and that's really strong. But the other reason why this is so good is because you are playing the Money Mud Dragon, which of course helps you go into, unfortunately, the very expensive copy of Dragoon. Hopefully you guys picked this card up before it skyrocketed, but this little engine here is insane. Now granted, you won't get to pop monsters with Dragoon, but who cares? It's immune to so many things, and you could also have a negate. Your ending boards are usually Crystal Wing, Dragoon plus Chuche. That's amazing. 3 interruptions can come off of 2 cards. It's really crazy. I really like the synergy that this produces. The fact that you can use Muddy Mud Dragon and then use the Tzolk'in to make the Red Eyes Dragoon is just crazy. I think the synergy behind that is worth playing it. Some people think it's gimmicky. I think it's really strong. I think the deck plays it very well. Another good option, if you have the space, is to play Invoke Kaliga. That comes up as well. Basically, instead of making Dragoon, you make the Kaliga, and it's pretty strong. So it's just to give you guys another option if you don't have access to Dragoon. But I really like the ending boards that this produces as part of the combo of the deck, and the rest of the stuff is standard, and it's getting excited out here, wanting to fly out of my hand already. But this is probably the best extra deck monster ever. I mean, this card literally just wins so many games. Shen plus Trap is game against a lot of decks. Walking Macrocosmos, Revivable Macrocosmos, I mean, it doesn't get better than that. For the other 9s, we are playing the Vermilion Mech and the Cloud Castle. These cards just come up. I really like Vermilion Mech, can end games really quickly. Just popping cards is important. Cloud Castle helps you revive level 9s and do combos like that. And yeah, I just think they're really solid. We're not playing the Crocosaurus. It just didn't come up enough. I think that these other cards are more valuable. And then for our 6s, we got the true like draw cards. You've got, of course, the Charge Warrior and the Coral Dragon. They both come up to help you draw cards and just keep doing your combos. And then you have Juju. This card is insane. Like, literally, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Like, this card is just absolutely nuts. So many decks struggle against it. It's just an auto include in this deck now. Yeah, this card is great. Like, man, so many decks struggle to out this card, and you just build so much advantage and recur all your advantage while you're playing. So that card is nuts. The only rank 9 we play, obviously, we can't play Calamity, so we are playing Interblathnir. I do like this card. It does come up sometimes with Cloud Castle bringing back for another level 9 play. You can hit a card out of your opponent's hand. You can banish a card from your opponent's graveyard. You can do a lot of things with this, and I like this card a lot. So yeah, that's why we're playing this. This card's great. 2900, it's a beat stick too. Probably the best Exceed in this deck is the M7. Like, a lot of times I try to end on M7 plus, if I can't get to the full combo with Crystal Wing and Dragoon, I try to end on M7 with the Shen, and that's just insane. M7 is fantastic for disrupting decks. It also helps you recur resources. 2700 card is amazing. I love to see it. So we're playing it. I know Hani played 2 copies. I haven't tested 2 copies, but I definitely like the 1 copy. It's definitely a staple in the deck as the best rank 6 you could be playing in this deck. It's so versatile. And then the last of the cards are for my rank 3, I do have the Fortune Tune. This card, a lot of people just can't answer this card. And then what you already know how this is going to go. You're going to go into the Downer, then go into the Zeus. You're going to have a big material Zeus, and you know you're going to win because Zeus is broken. But that's it, you guys. That is literally the deck. A very streamlined approach to the deck. A very clean, simple version for you guys. Didn't want to complicate it. I think the deck's really good. I think you just got to test it out. Like I said, it's not the best deck of the format, but it's definitely a deck you guys should try out, and let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. As the format progresses, as the more ban lists come, as more cards get released, who knows, this deck might rise up to be one of the best decks again. And I just wanted to showcase it because I really do enjoy it. Again, thank you guys for riding with me on through all this. I know I've been really busy lately. Your boy's finishing out school, so just had a lot of stuff going on. I haven't been able to play remote duel locals, but I'll be returning soon as my classes are finishing up, and I'll definitely be having more streams over on Twitch of remote duel locals, and definitely more content coming to you guys. But thank you guys for the support. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.